Hey guys, I hope you're good, and once again welcome back to my new video everyone. So in today's video I'm going to talk about on a very specific kind of a topic, that is being busy on everything, okay? And then after that we keep saying that why I'm not becoming successful. What is the point that I am doing this much hard work, still I'm not able to get success, still I'm not able to get anything in my life, because but I do everything, and I do daily basis. That's good, bro. That's really good that you are doing something on a regular basis. That's really appreciable, and I appreciate that thing, okay? But that doesn't mean that you will become successful, because you are doing a random thing which is not connected to your main goal. Suppose that your main goal is to become IS officer, and you're preparing, you're lifting a weight, you're doing workouts. So do you think that you can become IS officer? Of course no. Your body can be transformed from different to the, from this to that version, okay? Your body can transfer because you're doing work on your body, okay? But you're not studying at all, so how will you become IS officer without understanding of how to become IS officer? Okay, so basically your main goal or your action is not connected to the main goal. It should be connected to the main goal, okay? If your goal is to become IS officer, around IS officer, what kind of action, what kind of things will be or can be considered as a connecting point? It can studying, aware of the news. These kind of things are connected to the main goal. So you can do, if you do these kind of things, the chances are very very high that you can become IS officer. I'm not saying that you will become 110% IS officer, but the chances are very very high, okay? It increases of the chances of becoming IS officer in the reality, okay? If you will not do anything, then the chances are very very low that you will not become IS officer. This is the for sure I'm saying this thing, okay? So this thing I'm considering in today's video, and I'll talk about more in depth in at the end in this video. So please stay tuned till the end of this video without skipping any single second. All right, so let's get into the main content. So as we already understood the main thing, what is happening in today's generation and why this thing happens. See, for achieving end goal, it requires time, it requires hell lot of practice, it requires hell lot of action, okay? On a specific kind of a task, it requires action, okay? And taking action is not that much easy until and unless that action is giving you instant results. Suppose that if you are preparing to anything, any kind of a government job, so if you study one day, one week, one month, one year, so do you think that you can become that kind of, you will get that position of that, you whatever the kind of preparation you're doing, will you get that after that? Of course not. Why? Because there is a criteria set. At least you have, after 4 years you will study, you will get that when you will pass the exam, okay? But what happens in the small kind of a task which like taking drugs, doing a masturbation, doing uh, watching movies, you get dopamine, you get satisfaction after watching this thing, because you achieve something. In movie, what you achieve of information, you achieve dopamine, you achieve these kind of a things instantly, you achieve that thing. That's why you get attracted, you get connected, I would say very deeply connected with these kind of habits, right? So that's the reason behind for getting attached into these kind of a small habit, which is very very dangerous for short term life, not a long term life. Sorry, it is long term, it is very dangerous for long term and as well as short term also. But I'm not saying that you should quit these things for your rest of your life. I'm not saying that thing, but you should know that when you have to use, when you have to opt with this kind of option, and when you don't have to go with this kind of option. You should know, you should aware of this kind of a decision, okay? Because once it has become your habit, then habit, for changing habit, it requires very very hard work, okay? Very focused mindset. And only I can understand that it's how much focus it's require, how much patience it requires, because I am also doing, I'm also quitting something which I don't want to have in my life. For that thing I'm doing something, I'm doing my best to quit that habit which I have currently in my life. But as I am unable to quit that thing, so I'll keep working on my I'll keep working on that thing, so until and unless I don't quit that thing, okay? Because see, we know that for becoming something, we have to act in the present. If we are not acting in the present, so we cannot see our future, because the future is totally depending on the present life, on the present kind of action. Whatever kind of action you will do right now at the moment, the past is the future is depending on that thing. Your future will be created by today's action, today's kind of a decision, and your decision is, and your action plus decision is not good, then your future is also not good. This is very simple line I can tell you guys. If you still didn't understand what I have just said right now, then just go and do whatever the fuck you want to do in your life, okay? Because this is very very simple line, bro, okay? You don't have to be in the top 1% for understanding this thing, okay? Some people say that for understanding some kind of a things, you need to be in the top 1% or top 10% of people, so that you can understand that kind of a bullshit kind of advice, which I don't believe in my life. I've, see, becoming successful is not, it's not easy, but it's not also very hard. Just you have to understand the game and understand the hard work, understand the patience, and that's it. Then keep working on that kind of things until you get the, until and unless you get the success. Yeah, simple thing always wins over the period of time. Complex thing doesn't win at any time. It makes you happy that you have doing very great thing in the wrong kind of things. Planning is very very important, but do not get trapped in a planning of everything. You have everything, you know how to do that, you have made everything about that because you love planning only. You do not love taking action, okay? You just love planning, that's it. So do not get into that trap, into that kind of trap, because this is also trap. So many people love to make only plans before going to sleep at a day, in a night. They always make a plan, and in the morning they do not execute on that plan. This is the problem, which is a very, often happens in everybody's life. But you don't have to, get into this kind of a habit, because as I already tell you that if you are not making any kind of plan, that's okay. But do not forget to take action in your life on that particular kind of action which is connected to your main goal. See, when you're taking action regarding the main goal, you are on the right kind of a direction. And once you are not taking any kind of action on your main regarding the main goal, then that is a problem. You have to think about that, okay? Because now you're taking action on those kind of a task which is not connected to your main goal. And if the task is not connected to your main goal, then how will you able to identify whether you are growing or not growing? Of course you're declining, okay? You're not growing. So always remember that thing. I know people say that we learn from everything. That's good. Learning from everything, it's not bad. But see, if you have a goal, you know that what to do in your life, what you have to achieve that thing, so you don't have to learn everything, you don't have to learn from everything, okay? Just for some years you have to just learn from the one kind of a thing, from two kind of thing, that's it. Otherwise you can learn from anywhere, from everybody, from anything, okay? So that's the different thing. That has also a, level that you will get that, okay? After achieving the first level, you can, go into the second level. But do not jump on the second level. That is the second level which I'm talking about right now, okay? That is learning from everybody, learning from anywhere, okay? Means wherever you go, with whom you go, whosoever is giving you any kind of thing, you learn from quickly. That's the different thing. But right now I'm talking about, if you have a goal, particular one goal or two goals, you have to just dedicate your whole things towards that one particular goal, okay? And around that thing you have to learn everything, okay? Don't say that, don't learn everything. Like, okay, no problem, if I'm going to do any kind of a things, I'll learn from that, that's good. But your priority should be the first one, okay? Not the third one only. And just understand this thing, okay? So yeah, so only, just give me a second. Yeah, taking care of hair is also very important. My hair is also not getting, very good shape, but I'm trying my best to make my hair in a very good shape, so that it can look like good. As you can see that it is not, in a form like it should be in the form, but it is not in the form. So yeah, I hope you understood today's video. If you understood, so please let me know in the comment box, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay.